Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. This is Mixlam, and welcome to episode number 2 of Countdown to Revolution on the Miles Revolution YouTube channel. Today, I will be counting down the top 10 songs from the world's most dangerous band, Guns N' Roses.
Always handle your business, but we got something to finish. I'll be here making these off jump.
Welcome back to another episode of Countdown to Revolution. I am Mixlam, and today, as I said, we will be counting down the top 10 songs by the band Guns N' Roses. I'm a huge Guns N' Roses fan. They're one of my top 4 favorite bands. I would have done the top 10 album list, but unfortunately they do not have 10 albums. I wish they did, but they don't. If you watch the premiere episode, I counted down my top 10 albums of The Cure. So that's one of my favorite bands. So you're going to have to watch the next couple episodes to find out who rounds out those top 4. With Guns N' Roses, I'm one of the rare fans who enjoys the Illusion albums better than the Appetite for Destruction albums. Perhaps it's because of my age, where I really got into music in the early 90s. I heard Appetite before the Illusion albums, but the Illusion albums are really when I became a huge fan. So that's where my own bias lies. Also, I do not, this is a point of contention, as all of us GNR fans know, but I do not consider Chinese Democracy a true Guns N' Roses album. I'm on the side of it's kind of an Axl and Friends album. With that said, I do like Chinese Democracy. About half of the songs I really enjoy. I Like This, I Love. I know a lot of people don't. I really like that song. Better, I think, is a fantastic song. Madagascar is actually one of my favorite songs. But none of these will be on the list. Number 1, because it's not a true Guns N' Roses album. Number 2, even if I did, I wouldn't put any of these songs in the top 10 overall. Anyway, so if you're saying, hey, Mixlam, I'd like to see Better in the top 10, or why didn't you put Chinese Democracy songs on? Well, I don't think any of them are top 10 songs anyway, so we can set the Chinese Democracy debate aside for the moment. With that said, let's start our countdown. At number 10, I'm going with a dark horse pick. I don't know a lot of people would have this in their top 10, but from Appetite for Destruction, I will pick Think About You. I just like Think About You. I don't know. It's like one of the songs on the Appetite album that doesn't get a lot of play. A lot of people don't talk about it. It's almost like the throwaway song. But I went through a time where I would always skip to that song, actually. That was, for a time, that was actually my favorite song on the album, believe it or not. I really liked it. Number 9 is also on Appetite for Destruction, Rocket Queen. The introduction of Rocket Queen, oh my gosh, it's one of the best introductions of any song that I've ever heard. It's one of those songs that right when you hear it, you can't help but move. And also, as rumor has it, and I think has been confirmed by Axl himself, I think you can tell me in the comment section if I'm wrong on this, has actual sex sounds from Axl Rose and his girlfriend. So, you know, how rock and roll is that? You can't beat that. You're on the recording studio, the guy's with the girl. Wow. So, I'm putting it number 9, Rocket Queen. Number 8 comes from actually my favorite Guns N' Roses album, Use Your Illusion 2. And that is Breakdown. Again, I think it's another dark horse pick. I don't think this is in most people's top 10s. But I really like a lot of the kind of slower stuff. I love how this is kind of right in between this kind of ballady and really like harder rock. for Guns N' Roses. I think they do great in that middle ground. I think that's when Guns N' Roses at their best. Not a crazy metal band, or not just a ballad like Patience, but somewhere like right in the middle. And I think Breakdown really finds that balance really well. And that's the Guns N' Roses that I most prefer. Number 7, I have another song from Appetite for Destruction, Mr. Brownstone. What's there to say about Mr. Brownstone? I used to do a little, but a little wouldn't do it, so a little got more and more. Fantastic lyrics, a song that live, if you've ever seen Guns N' Roses live, I've actually only seen them one time. I saw them in Seattle, Washington on the Not in This Lifetime tour a couple years ago. It was like my lifelong dream. I finally got there. I was right in the pit, not too many feet from Axl, Slash, and the boys. It was fantastic. And Mr. Brownstone live blew me away. I always liked this song, but it blasted it into my top 10 once I was there to feel the energy of that song. Number 6, another song off my favorite album, Use Your Illusion 2, is Civil War. Actually, I believe, again, you can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe Steven Adler still plays drums on this song. This song was written pretty early on. I believe it was actually written during the Appetite era. And so, to me, Civil War really kind of straddles the world between the Illusion albums and the Appetite album. It still has that, like, punch, that kind of rock punch that Appetite for Destruction brings, but also, again, kind of that more polished, mellow style that the Illusion albums kind of bring in. Not to mention, it's one of my lyrically one of my favorite Guns N' Roses songs. Number 5 comes my first song from Use Your Illusion 1, and that is the greatest music video ever made, in my opinion. My favorite music video. I know a lot of people kind of don't like Guns N' Roses with these over-the-top videos. I do. I like the over-the-top, overproduced videos. I'll admit it. November Rain. November Rain, again, ballad. It's almost like an 80s power ballad, but like on steroids, because it just takes everything that's great about a rock ballad and times it by 100. The Slash's solos in November Rain have to rank up there with my top 5 favorite guitar solos of all songs, not just Guns N' Roses songs, but songs in general. Number 4, we're going back to Appetite for Destruction. I know it's weird that I say Appetite for Destruction is not my favorite album, yet so many songs on my top 10 are from there. But I'm going to say It's So Easy. With the Me Too movement and everything in current day, the lyrics of this song aren't as popular as they once were. Not quite as in vogue, but just the raw energy of this song, I don't know, it just lets you get all your emotions out when you listen to it. And it's one of those songs that I love the bass line in it. Just Duff's bass is just right there. It just hits the spot every time when I listen to it. Number 3. Okay, spoiler, I'm done with the Appetite songs now. So you might say, where's Paradise City? Where's Welcome to the Jungle? Love the songs, but they're not in my top 10. I know. But, number 3, Coma. Coma is this epic song that's like 10 minutes long, and it just takes you on a ride. There's no real chorus. There's no real verse. It's just a stream of consciousness. And as you listen to it, you just, with that bass going and that bass drum, and you hear the heart thumping, and you feel like you're going on a journey with Axl. And if you've ever felt down before, I feel like you can relate to this song too, because man, when I listen to it, I just feel like I'm alive. I go down and I come right back up with the song. And again, another one of my favorite guitar solos in there. The guitar here by Slash is so good in this song. Number 2, my childhood favorite, You Could Be Mine. Again, off my favorite album, Use Your Illusion 2. This song, I think, is Guns N' Roses at its harder rock best. Again, that might seem a little blasphemous with the Appetite for Destruction stuff, but I think You Could Be Mine is a Appetite for Destruction type song. It could have definitely been on that album, but again, I think it's just kind of more polished, and it just hits a little harder with the band a little more mature at this point. And I also loved the music video as a kid. I loved Terminator 2, and the music video with Arnold Schwarzenegger when he sees the band come out at the end, I always thought was like the coolest thing in the world. Just the Terminator staring Axl down, and just woo, I loved it. And without further ado, number 1, my favorite Guns N' Roses song ever, and this hasn't changed very much. Like with all my favorite bands, my favorite songs kind of wax and wane, and they switch places. But this song has probably been in the number 1 place the most times, and that is Estranged. Another really long song, but just fantastic, and another song with one of my favorite guitar solos ever. And I just love that. I love the drum fill with the guitar in this song. I know Matt a lot of times gets a lot of hate for his drumming and just kind of doing the same things all the time with the same rhythms, but I love the drums in this song. I think the fills are just so cool. I'm not a musician. I play the guitar a little bit, but that's it. So I can only go by what I enjoy listening to. I can't go too much technically, but I love Matt's drumming in the song. And the guitar solo, again, is one of my favorites. And lyrically, because I'm a lyrics guy, music makes songs good, but lyrics, for me, make songs great. I think this is lyrically one of the top 5 songs in the Guns N' Roses catalog. So, here you have it, guys. My top 10 songs of the world's most dangerous band, Guns N' Roses. Keep watching, because the next 2 videos will feature my next 2 favorite bands. So, with that, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. I am Mixlam, and I will see you next time.